Top 10 rarest items in Blox fruits. Let's get started. Wait, no. We got a sponsor for this video. So this video is sponsored by Blox Buddies. Blox Buddies are Roblox plushes that are super soft and squishy, as well as super large that makes them absolutely perfect for cuddling. If you love stuffed animals and Roblox, Blox Buddies is perfect for you, and you should surely check them out. Also, all the buddies are on sale right now, so go grab them before it's too late. The link to the website will be in the description, and once again thanks Blox Buddies for sponsoring the video. Number 10 is going to be True Triple Katana. It is one of the 4 mythical swords in the game. This sword is rather difficult and time consuming to get, because you need to wait for legendary sword dealer in second C, and wish for the sword you need to be on stock. Each sword costs 2 million belly, which rounds the total cost to 6 million belly to get the swords. The legendary sword dealer takes up to 6 hours to spawn in a private server, and taking into account that you are lucky to get all 3 swords back to back, it will still take you a total of 18 hours to get True Triple Katana. It will take an additional 5 million cash to obtain True Triple Katana, but it looks visually cool and is a very unique sword. Let's move on to number 9. Number 9 is going to be Dark Dagger. This weapon is very difficult to get, since you need God's Chalice, which randomly spawns in a chest every 4 hours. You can also get God's Chalice by completing Elite Hunter quest every 10 minutes, and it has a 2% drop rate. After obtaining God's Chalice, you need to activate all hacky colors on Castle on the Sea, which will spawn the boss. Rip_Indra is a level 5000 raid boss, and after defeating him, you have a 2 to 5% chance to obtain Dark Dagger. Overall, it's a pretty unique weapon, and has cool abilities, and it is fun to use. Let's move on to number 8. Number 8 is going to be Yoru v3. Yoru v3 is extremely difficult to obtain, because you need sky, mink, fish and human races at their v3 stage, and 2 Fist of Darkness. 1 will be required for starting a Blackbird raid, and the other to open the door at the graveyard. You cannot have 2 Fist of Darkness at once, meaning you will need a friend to help you get Yoru v3. It is preferred to get the first one by killing Sea Beast, and the second one from a chest. Fist of Darkness can spawn in a random chest every 4 hours in second C. It is extremely difficult and time consuming to obtain Yoru v3, since getting 4 aces to v3 and obtaining 2 Fist of Darkness is extremely difficult. Overall, it's a drippy weapon and does not provide any damage buff. Let's move on to number 7. Number 7 is going to be Dark Coat. Dark Coat is a mythical accessory that can be obtained by killing Blackbird. Blackbeard is a level 1000 raid boss and can drop this accessory, which has a confirmed 2% drop rate. It gives the highest HP and melee buff, along with 15% extra fruit damage. This is a recommended accessory for Blox fruit users. As for sword and gun users, there are other better accessories out there. Here's a fruit buff comparison with and without Dark Coat. Without Dark Coat, the skill of Magnet does 10.5k damage. And with Dark Coat it does almost 12k damage. Overall, this is a good accessory for fruit users. Let's move on to number 6. Number 6 is going to be Cool Shades. Cool Shades is a 1 to 2% drop from Seaborg boss located at Fountain City in C1. This accessory gives a 17.5% movement speed increase, 7.5% damage increase on all attacks, 100 health, and 100 energy. This accessory is from first C, so people don't bother getting it. It's a decent accessory, but there are better ones out there. Here is a comparison of buff with and without Cool Shades. without Cool Shade's Z skill of Spiky Trident does 362 damage. And with Cool Shades it does 387 overall. It's decent, nothing much to say. Let's move on to number 5. Number 5 is going to be Elf Hat. This accessory is currently unobtainable, however this accessory comes back each Christmas update. It first came out in update 13 where it costed only 100 candies, and on update 17, the Christmas event returned, and you could buy it again. It gives you 20% faster run speed, 10% more damage on fighting styles and sword attacks, and 5% cooldown reduction on fighting style and sword attacks. It was the worst accessory you could buy from Santa Claus NPC. Let's move on to number 4. Number 4 is going to be Santa Hat. This accessory is currently unobtainable and was a part of the Christmas update on update 13 and 17. It costed 500 candies and could be bought from Santa Claus NPC. It gives 30% faster run speed which can be stacked with Mink. 12.5% more damage on Blox fruits and sword attacks, making it good for hybrid builds along with 400 energy and 400 health. It is a pretty good accessory since it gives a good speed boost and was easy to get. Nothing more to say about this accessory. Let's move on to number 3. Number 3 is going to be Sled. This item is currently unobtainable and could have been bought from Santa Claus NPC during the Christmas event for 1000 candies. This is the second fastest boat in the game, first being Enforcer from Speedboat's Gamapus. It can be spawned for 5000 belly at the luxury boat dealer once you have bought it with candies. Unique mechanism of this boat is that while driving the sleigh it will play the melody of a popular Christmas song, Jingle Bells. This is added at update 17 part 3 along with other boats also getting sound effects when driving. Let's move on to number 2. Number 2 is going to be Combat. Combat is the first and the starting fighting style you get when you first join the game. This may be surprising to a lot of people, but you actually can't get combat back once you change your fighting style to something else. A lot of new players have combat, but eventually they will switch to other fighting styles and cannot obtain combat again. Honorable mention 1 will be Swan Glasses. Swan Glasses is a legendary accessory obtained in 2nd sea by defeating Don Swan. This accessory looks pretty cool and is totally worth the grind. Its drop rate is around 2.5%. Don Swan is a level 1000 boss and has 2 lives. It gives 25% movement speed, 8% damage on all attacks, reduces 8% cooldown on all attacks and an additional 8% defense against all attacks. Along with all the previously mentioned buffs it gives an additional 250 health and energy buff. This accessory is extremely good for hybrid builds. Honorable mention 2 will be Hallow Scythe. Hallow Scythe is one of the 4 mythical swords and one of the best swords for PvP. The Hallow Scythe has a 5% chance of dropping after defeating the level 2100 raid boss, Soul Reaper. The boss can be summoned by using a Hallow Essence on the Blue Fire Shrine near the graveyard. Its M1 speed is very fast and it has low cooldowns with no startup. It does relatively high damage as well. Let's move on to number 1. Number 1 is going to be Triple Dark Blade. There is no way to obtain this sword other than receiving it from an admin. It resembles the true triple katana, but instead the user wields 3 dark blades. It has the same skills as original Dark Blade with slight modifications.
Go